So here are a bunch of eggs for you. Okay, all of you know that if you see an egg, inside the egg there is science में पढ़ा होगा ना सबने college में, that there is an egg yolk. Okay, there's a chalaza which connects the yolk to the membrane. There's an outer membrane. There is an air pocket, and then there are egg whites. Egg white is the runny egg white on the outside and the thick albumin or the thick egg white on the inside. The sign of a fresher egg is that uska egg yolk bhi intact hota hai aur uska thick albumin bhi intact hota hai. That's the good sign of a fresh egg. Now, how do you check a fresh egg? In different days and times, we used to check it probably by dropping it in water. Yeah. So when you drop it in water, if an egg floats on top, all it means is that there is more air on top. Yeah. Air makes the egg float. Okay. Now, as an egg gets older, it incorporates more air. जैसे अंडा पुराना होता है, उसके अंदर हवा भरती जाती है. और क्योंकि it incorporates more air, it sort of starts, air makes it float. That is the basic logic. That's the basic logic behind that. Also, if you want to see it in the modern way, a good way to check, let's turn off the lights and we will show you in today's day and age, how do you check here. So you can very clearly see that there is an egg yolk and egg yolk is floating on top. The egg white is at the bottom. Yeah. So if you clearly see this, the yellow part that you see on top, it has both the egg yolk and it has the thick albumin around it. Okay, you see that? It has the egg yolk and the thick albumin around it. Now, the more runny this dark part is, the older the egg. The principal protein in an egg is albumin. Okay. Now, an egg is an ideal example to start cooking from because it has all the major food groups. मतलब egg में protein भी है, fat भी है, yolk के अंदर, और natural carbohydrates like amount of sugars भी है. तो जो basic food groups हैं वो अंडे के अंदर हैं. इसलिए अगर आप अंडे को पकाएंगे तो आप ज्यादातर food reactions को समझ पाएंगे. The most basic reaction of protein to heat is called coagulation. C-O-A-G-U-L-A-T-I-O-N. Coagulation. Protein जब heat या acid के साथ react करता है तो वो denature हो जाता है. मतलब वो वैसा नहीं रहता जैसा वो था. Denaturation is basically a molecular realignment of different protein molecules. Protein primarily is nitrogen, carbon and hydrogen. तो nitrogen, carbon, hydrogen के का molecular realignment होता है, उसका color change होता है, texture change होता है, उसको हम denaturation बोलते हैं. Protein जब heat के साथ react करता है तो वो denature होता है या coagulate होता है. Whenever you're breaking an egg, and you will learn this gradually in your industrial trainings, you guys are in the first year, you'll get there. Whenever you're breaking an egg, don't break all the eggs in one bowl. Okay, keep one bowl separate so you can break the eggs one by one. Because if there is a spoiled egg or a cracked egg, then you will at least know. If you break them, then the entire lot will spoil. Okay, so I'm going to teach you a very basic omelette. Or साथ में we're going to put some eggs to boil. While we are boiling the eggs, I'm just going to add a little bit of soy sauce to it. जब अंडे boil कर रहे हैं तो मैं थोड़ा soy sauce डाल रहा हूँ, just to give it a marbling effect. You don't need to do that. This is just to nothing. Just add a little bit of visual value, nothing more. Okay. Now, when you're boiling eggs, the biggest mistake that we tend to make, or the biggest problem that we have, is the ability to not peel it. Yeah. Sometimes they don't get peeled The most important thing you need to understand is if you are shocking your eggs immediately in cold water, they tend to get peeled easily. Yeah, you need to shock them in iced water or cold water for them to get peeled. Also, in your water that you're using for boiling, you can add either baking soda or vinegar, one of the two. Okay, what does baking soda do? Baking soda allows time for the membrane to coat, and it allows solidification. Vinegar cures the egg or cooks the egg. I will show you a basic egg vinegar reaction, and you can leave it here. Cooking जो है वो cooking और curing में क्या फर्क होता है आपको वो भी समझ में आ जाएगा इसके. So here I have some vinegar. Okay. Now if I put some vinegar directly on the protein, okay, and leave it, as you can see, the egg is already started cooking in the vinegar. You see that? The egg is already started turning white, and we will leave it here during the course of this session so you understand what I'm trying to say. The protein needs to denature, and that is what we call cooking. The denaturation can happen via heat or it can happen via acid. Yeah, denaturation is the basic reaction that you're trying to achieve. We'll do a very basic French omelette. Okay, let's do a 3-egg omelette. Yeah, this looks like a decent egg. Okay, now I'm going to do poaching on one side. For poaching, I'm adding salt in the water. Poaching is not boiling. Okay, poaching should ideally happen at a temperature of 70 to 75. Boiling happens at 95 plus. Water boils at 100 degrees. 100 degrees is when the water starts becoming steam, right? So we add a little bit of vinegar in the water. So here go our eggs. And so that's boiling. This method is called poaching. When you're poaching, a good idea is to sort of make a whirlpool. When we learned it in hotels, we never really bothered about whirlpools. But if you want, you can make a whirlpool, okay, and drop the egg. You can drop the egg directly, but handle it like a baby, okay? Or what you can do is you can drop the egg in a mold, okay? So I'm using an egg poaching mold, something like this. If you want, you can use a mold or just drop the egg directly. I'm just going to drop it directly so you guys can understand the process better, because you will not have a mold and I don't want to show you something that you don't have. Okay. Here. So in the water, when you create the whirlpool, very slowly and gently like a baby, drop the egg. All right. So you see the denaturation happening. You call it cooking. Okay. Very slowly. You're not boiling it, huh? The water is not boiling. The water is only simmering. Only slight bubbles at the bottom. Okay. Now, controlling time and temperature, like we said last time, that's what cooking is about. Okay. If you were to boil this water, what you will get is not poached eggs. What you will get is rubber. And that's what you don't want. Okay. And that is why you have to control, you have to cook at a medium heat for a longer time. So this is the poached egg. Those are boiled eggs. We'll move back to the omelette. Poaching is, you would not want to poach for more than 2 to 3 minutes. Yeah, typically because the whole idea of poaching is to get the egg just cooked and have a soft yolk. Yeah. Now, for you to have a soft yolk, you cannot overcook the egg, which means you need to be able to manage both time and temperature in order to poach, which means it needs to be lower time, lower temperature. Now we come to the omelette. We'll start with butter. Okay. I have 3 eggs. I'm going to do we'll see how it goes. Now, this is how you do a classic omelette. Okay, you scramble the eggs. And you see, I've taken the pan off the flame. And the reason I've taken the pan off the flame is because I want the egg to get creamy. If I were to leave it on the pan, then it would not get creamy. And then I take the scrambled bit, push it to make a belly. Pet banana hai uska. Now, when the belly is done, I have to work with it as slowly and quickly as possible. Okay. So I flip it over. Okay, the pan is old, but we'll work with it. So you flip it over, get the belly in place, and then here we go. Ideally, you would not cook a French omelette beyond this. You would never cook a French omelette more than this. Because the egg is still cooking. Anda jo hai wo abhi bhi pak raha hai. Yeah. So there is something which we call residual heat in this, which is cooking the egg. If you cook the egg completely on the pan, then that is, by the time it reaches the customer or the consumer, the egg will be overcooked. All right. Now we'll move on to the poached egg. You could use hollandaise at the bottom. You could use sauteed spinach. You could just use toast. I want to just show you the egg. This is not a hollandaise class. So you see the egg is still runny. It is poached. If you want to use, if you want to use a paper towel, you could use a paper towel. Okay. And that is your poached egg. Again, it's time and temperature. Okay. If the same thing was cooked at a higher temperature for a longer time, it would have been overcooked. Yeah. So if you were to, here, if you were to cut the yolk, you see it's still liquid in the center. And if you were to cut the omelette, you see that? While it was looking all liquid to you, it is cooked. So that's what it is. That's what residual heat does. That's what understanding cooking is. You see that? And the more you leave it, it'll cook, but it will stay creamy. And that's what a good French omelette is. All right. Now I'm going to take your boiled eggs. So there are three stages of boiling eggs. Okay, and you would know that, but for those of you who will learn it, there is a soft boiled, there's a medium boiled, and then there's a hard boiled egg. Always keep the timer with you. Okay, always keep the timer with you. At 3 minutes, There's a 3-minute soft boiled egg, there's a 6-minute soft boiled egg, and there's a 9 to 10 minute soft boiled egg. A 12-minute egg is an extremely overboiled egg, which is never boil an egg beyond 12 minutes and start with boiling water. Yeah, otherwise you will never have an idea how much time the egg is cooked. So 3-minute egg, 6-minute egg, 9-minute egg. Okay. A 3-minute egg is a soft center. A 6-minute egg is has a slightly it is what we call half boiled, in which the center is soft but the albumin is completely set. And a 9-minute egg, a 6-minute egg is also called a corded egg, but a 9-minute egg is a typical boiled egg as we know it. A 12-minute egg is something that you would want to do, put it in your gravies, make anda curry or whatever you want to make with it. Okay, now let's come back to the egg that we had put vinegar in. Okay, as you see, there is no heat that has gone in this egg. We haven't added any heat to it. We haven't given it any heat. This is just to show you the basic reaction of vinegar to a protein. A lot of places in the future, you will marinate your protein with acids. You will marinate your protein with lemon juice. Protein, chicken भी हो सकता है, fish भी हो सकती है. और उसको लेमन जूस में मैरिनेट करने का कारण जो है वो ये है. अगर आपको ये इमेज याद रहेगी तो आपको याद रहेगा कि क्यों हम लोग एसिड यूज करते हैं प्रोटीन को मैरिनेट करने के लिए, क्योंकि वो उसको सॉफ्ट कर देता है एंड इट क्योर्स. ओके, it helps coagulate the protein even before cooking and hence makes the meats tender. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave these eggs in the soy sauce, put them in the fridge and use them as pickled eggs. Okay, which is in this case I could also add a little bit of vinegar, some spices onto it, and then just leave them in the shell in the soy sauce for 2-3 days before I even peel them. Okay, what that does is it pickles those eggs. Pickling is a technique that's extensively used in the Orient, right from the Chinese to the Japanese to the Koreans. All of them do a lot of pickled eggs. Okay, some of them pickle it in limestone, chune mein dal dete hain anda to pickle it. Some of them pickle it in acid, some of them pickle it in soy sauce. There's something called the 1,000-year-old egg, which you should read about when you go back, which sort of exemplifies pickling.
For a great hospitality career, call 98310 50,000.